We are coming to you from the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, where tonight WGN Sports on the U presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, A.J. Pierzynski, Johnny Danks and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Dustin Pedroia, Kevin Youkilis, David Ortiz, and the Boston Red Sox. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson. He's Steve Stone as we get set to bring you Game 2 of this four-game set. In the opener last night, Philip Humber coming off a perfect game out there in Seattle. Well, he walked the first guy he faced. That was Micah Veles. He came around to score. Red Sox scored 2 in the first, 5 in the third, highlighted by a grand slam home run off the bat of Kevin Youkilis, and won that ball game 10-3. So the Sox come in at 10-9, and tonight, Johnny Danks.
Johnny Danks is 2-2 this year. Thrown the ball pretty well at times, especially when he spots his fastball. He's 3-4 lifetime against the Red Sox, and this lineup is second in the league offensively. So there's a lot of thunder in that lineup. Their problem is the bullpen. And out of the bullpen comes Daniel Bard, who last year was in the pen all year. He was 2-9. This year he's a starter. The irony is he's 1-2 this year, and his one win was as a relief pitcher. So we'll see what he does tonight. He can get it up there 98 miles an hour. He's got a good hard slider, but we've got to win this one.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
In '64, we lose the pennant by 1 game. I'd have been in 3 consecutive World Series with 3 different teams.
No one embodies the spirit of the Sox more than Moose Skowron, who was traded to the Sox in 1964 after winning 4 titles with the Yankees.
I love my work. I enjoy calling bingo for senior citizens when they're out there, and then visiting suites and all that. The day I have to worry when they don't say hello to me or ask me for my autograph, you know?
William Moose Skowron, what a guy he was. And very quickly, I can sum up my feelings about him. When Bob Grimm called me this morning, told me he had passed, I said my prayers for him. And now, the way I look at things, first of all, our heartfelt wishes and condolences go out to his family and friends. But I look at things a little bit differently. I'm going to use this as a day right now of rejoicing because of the fact he will be missed. He's never going to be forgotten. He's never going to be forgotten. Moose was a hell of a guy. He was a terrific clutch hitter, and he touched everybody in this ballpark. He was a big member of the White Sox family, and Moose, you will never be forgotten by us.
Now I remember him as a wonderful man, a great representative of the Chicago White Sox and all of baseball, and he's a guy that when you met him, you loved him, and nobody's going to forget Moose Skowron.
And we'll be back.
Definition is brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. It's a very cold night at the ballpark, 39 degrees, and John Danks going to have to make sure that he stays loose. Not that difficult for pitchers, and if you can get the ball inside on hitters on a night like tonight, it's much to the pitcher's advantage, although we didn't see it last night. Bobby Valentine has struggled in the early going with his bullpen. But nothing wrong with that offense. He's 8-10 in last place, but only 3.5 games in back of both Baltimore and Tampa Bay. So as the White Sox take the field, we'll take a look at how Bobby Valentine is lining up his Red Sox. Mike Aviles leading off. Dustin Pedroia hitting second. Adrian Gonzalez, an even 300, hitting third. Then it's Kevin Youkilis, who had 3 hits last night, including a grand slam home run. David Ortiz is red hot. Cody Ross in right field. Kelly Shopik, Darnell McDonald, and Marlon Byrd, the former Cub, in center field. The defense and how they will play behind John Danks. Left to right, Viciedo, Diaza, and Rios. In the infield, Morel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko. A.J. Pierzynski gets a nod behind the plate. And the aforementioned Johnny Danks on the hill looking for win number 3. He's 2-2 lifetime, 3-4 against these Red Sox. ERA higher than he would like. Opponent's batting average at .263. That's not great. But he's got terrific stuff. He's got to establish that cutter inside to the right-handers. Then he can go away with the changeup. And you got to worry about the men in the middle for Boston. And that is Gonzalez and Youkilis and then Ortiz. However, the key to negating those, make sure that Aviles and Pedroia don't get on base. The umpires, Alfonso Marquez behind the plate, DJ Rayburn is at first, Tom Hallion at second, Brian O'Nora is at third. So they've thrown the ball around the infield. On this cool night, we're ready for baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
Hi, Steve. Thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox Baseball right here with WGN Sports on the U. So happy you could join us for Game 2 of this 4-game set and Game 2 of the 7-game homestand. 4 with these guys and finish it off with 3 against Cleveland. So Mike Aviles, the shortstop, 1 for 4 last night, and the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a strike. Aviles comes in hitting at .324. He's always hit well against us. 4 homers and 13 knocked in. 1-1 to count to the 31-year-old veteran, who is 3 for 9 lifetime off Johnny Danks. These two teams met 6 times last year. Our Sox won 4 of them.
In this edition of the Red Sox, second in the league in hitting, just 2 points behind the Texas Rangers.
Two and two the count. Johnny will get it and throw it. And that pitch is popped up. Gordon. 1 down. 293 they're hitting with a 6.08 team ERA.
They are last in that department by a wide margin, up toward the top in defense, however.
I'm only getting them down for 7 errors.
That's all they have.
And they're next to last in defense.
No, they're up toward the top 4th in defense.
Oh, yeah.
Which is surprising when you look at the ERA of the team.
Well, it just goes to show you it's not all the starters. That bullpen's got a hefty ERA.
That's true. Starters have been, by and large, pretty good.
So Pedroia, the 0-2 pitch.
You don't want to throw him high fastballs. He's not a big guy, but he can turn on high fastballs with the best in the league.
And hit him a long way. 2-2 the count. He was 1 for 5 last night. 2 for 12 lifetime off Danks. Red Sox 3 and 5 at home and 5 and 5 on the road. That's tough foul. So little guy is just one of my favorite players to watch. He's something.
Well, he leaves it all on the field every game, every at bat. He's a grinder with a phenomenal amount of talent. That's a good combination.
That's high in the center field. Guys are giving some ground. And that is out number 2.
You're very familiar with the Boston scene, obviously. What pressures of Bobby Valentine as a first-year manager in this organization? What's he going to face over there?
Well, the way things have started out, it's not good, obviously. And as we talked last night, you know Bobby, and I've known him for a long time. And Bobby and I are good buddies. He is a strong guy. As I said, he's not afraid of anything. He's been in worse spots than this, but he's never been in this kind of a spot. Boston, which is an entirely different scenario than other towns.
They're not holding back the booze early.
No, and I'll tell you what. I hope he survives this. And there's only one way, obviously, and that's by winning. Is that ground ball to second base. So Johnny Danks retires Gonzalez, a 1-2-3 inning after happening at play. It's their guys nothing, and our guys coming to bat.
Sox tonight. Alejandro Diaz leading off. Then it's Ramirez, Dunn the DH, Paulie back at first, AJ behind the plate. Alex Rios, Diane Viciedo, Brent Morrell, and Gordon Beckham round out the starting 9. And the defense behind Daniel Bard. McDonald, Bird, and Ross left to right with Euclid, Aviles, Pedroia, and Gonzalez. Kelly Shopik getting the nod behind the plate. And Daniel Bard out of the bullpen into the starting rotation for his 3rd start of the year. Bobby Valentine has used him in the bullpen at times between starts, and he turned down going to the bullpen before this start. I just don't think that's a great habit to get into with your starting rotation.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours as Piazza takes first pitch strike from the hard-throwing right-hander. Bard, 26 years old, 6'4", 215 pounds, out of Madison, Mississippi. Outfield bunched and straight up. And here at the ballpark, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. Safe fair. It will. Thank you very much. So he'll make the turn. He'll cruise on into second base. That's his 6th two-bagger and a nice way to start this ball game.
Piazza takes this fastball, inside outs it. It's right down the middle. And left-handers do love the ball knee to thigh high. Slicing it well fair. Brian O'Nora on the call. A very promising way to start the ball game.
So here's Alexei. He's got some work to do. Trying to. Inside out it he did, but pops it up.
But for a moment there, it looked like nobody was going to take control. And now Gonzalez and Pedroia talking it over.
So here's Adam. Adam hitting at 243, 4 homers and 14 driven in. Takes ball 1.
Bard has a hard slider to go with that fastball. When he was working out of the bullpen, he could get that fastball up there 98, 99 miles an hour. Probably still has that ability, but he'll pitch anywhere from 92 to 94, knowing that he's got to go deep into the game.
And the count 2-0. Paulie on deck. And got a pretty good pitch to hit just underneath it.
There's Robin with his team in first place in a tenuous tie with Detroit and Cleveland. Cleveland's losing tonight. Detroit is winning.
3-1. So now he's got the catbird seat for the second time. Bard a long look in at Shopik. Now accepts. And that's ball 4, and here comes Paulie. Paulie comes in hitting at .365, 4 homers. He's driven in 14. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI last night. Paulie has faced Bart 4 times, has 1 hit, and that knocked in a run.
Joe McEwing is probably going to send Diaza on any base hit against the outfield arms of McDonald, Bird, and Ross.
Takes it up, takes a strike. And here's what happened in Oakland on Wednesday morning. First ball fastball from Grant Balfour. He can put it on the board, number 400 for Paulie, and that tied the game at 2. We lost in 14. Oh, and 2.
295-mile-an-hour fastballs. Duke Snider up next. Paulie 7 away. That one didn't miss by much.
Well, he's only hit 1 guy, but I saw that watching that game on TV. And he almost got the guy in the head. His name was Jose Bautista.
Well, that's a way to maybe take that outside corner and make it a little further away.
Bautista was not very happy.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Checks it up. Good check right there by Paulie.
Well, Bart decides to stay away. Paul has no problem going to right and right center. And actually, Bird is playing him toward right center, which is pretty unusual for a guy with as quick a bat as Konerko.
Just got a piece of it. And right now, let's check out our picks to click tonight. Jumanji, our director and the crew. Well, they went with Beckham. Steve's going with Alexi Ramirez. And Nicole Sanchez, Dagan Dugal, Gareth Moonland, Matthew Peterson, Toby Ramos, Sherry O'Brien. We're going to go with Alejandro Diaza, who's at second base. Nicole Sanchez, Director of Mass Communications for our organization. Breaking ball and a good one. 2 down.
Good hard slider from the big right-hander. This one broke late, broke sharp, out of the zone, but covered the plate for a good portion. That's just a perfect pitcher's pitch.
And of course, those picks to click are brought to you by BMW. For a limited time, get incredible lease deals on the 2011 BMW 3 Series. Visit Chicagoland, BMW.com for more information. Here's AJ at .339, 4 homers, 16 driven in. Pull the string on him. Starts him off with a changeup. So very quickly he is in the big hole, 0-2. Come on, AJ. Good 2-strike hitter, buddy. That ball hit hard. Stay fair. Stay fair. It will. Here comes one. They get it back in on the double by Pierzynski. And the Sox take a quick 1-0 lead. Don't stop now, boys.
AJ leads his team in runs batted in. That's number 17. He sliced that ball down the line. It looked like it was going to go foul. But the wind pushed it back into fair territory as Bard throws another changeup. Stays high and away. And AJ takes it right down the line. No chance at all for McDonald. And an early lead.
Here's Alex. 0 for 4 last night. Hitting a .339, a homer. He's driven in 7. Pops that fastball up and it's playable. But the RBI double by Pierzynski will go to the second, leading 1-0. But nothing good guys here in the top of the second. Youkilis, Ortiz, and Cody Ross. Youkilis last night 3 for 4. And this coming in the third inning with the bases loaded.
That's just the second grand slam of his career. But it was a no-doubter.
Takes the strike. Youkilis 3 for 12, lifetime off backs. So the dreaded leadoff walk.
Youkilis, who normally when he's hitting well walks a lot, shows you he's been in a season-long slump. That's only his 4th walk. He go with 17 strikeouts this year.
I've seen him play a few games with my iPad, and that was symptomatic of being in a slump. First thing you know, you're 0-2.
Swinging at just about everything. But he's a good hitter. I mean, you mentioned it last night before he hit the grand slam. He's a good hitter. He's going to come out of it. Unfortunately, he came out of it last night.
Yeah. He's another good hitter. David Ortiz off to a hot start at .420, 3 homers, 16 knocked in.
With the Thunder in this lineup, you can ill afford to walk anybody.
You can't walk guys. You can't make errors against them, and you can't walk.
And Ortiz, who doesn't run well at all. Perfect target for the double plays. Grounded into 2 of them this year. If you can get him to hit the ball on the ground.
Short lead by you. Pitch fouled away over by the Red Sox dugout. So 1-1 to count. David was 1 for 3 last night as you look at that wind. And 39 degrees as we speak. Little quick slide step and the count 1-2. Tigers leading the Yankees 3-2, bottom of the 4th. Justin Verlander. That's chop foul. Alex Rodriguez has just homered off Verlander.
Not many people are going to do that this year, I think.
He's something. Pass a 2-1. Boston lead. Good leadoff walk.
4th home run of the year. RBI 17 and 18. And Big Papi is all the way back. He came in hitting 420. And that was another no-doubter. He crushed that ball. This fastball, right where a left-hander would want it. Inner portion, thigh high, and gone.
Now, when you walk the leadoff guy, and especially against this lineup, it just sets up for a bad inning. It's that simple. Might be able to get away with it a little bit with Oakland or some other teams. A little bit. But against this club.
It's his club against Texas. No chance.
Cody Ross hitting at .267. 5 homers, 15 knocked in. Last year, San Francisco hit .240, 14 homers, and drove in 52.
And Ricky Romero, who was off to a red-hot start with Toronto, 3-0 this year. He's got a no-hitter through 5 innings against Seattle. Toronto leading 3-1.
That's just a long, hard strike. Right size, wrong shape. Little nubber on a changeup, and that's out number 1. If you're just tuning in, did not see at the top of the telecast, we gave a little tribute to Moose Gower, passed away this morning at the age of 81. And here's what Commissioner Bud Selig had to say. I'm saddened by the loss of Moose Gower, and a great baseball man who was an integral part of the wonderful Yankee teams of Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris. As a Milwaukee Braves fan, I will always remember his 2-out, 3-run homer in the 8th inning of Game 7 of the 1958 World Series. Moose was a great clutch hitter. Moose, a Chicago native who was an all-star for the White Sox in 1965, continued to contribute to our game as a member of the front office of his hometown team since 1999. He's a wonderful storyteller and an important link to a great era in baseball history. behalf of Major League Baseball, I send my deepest condolences to Moose's wife Cookie, their children, their grandchildren, and his many fans. He will never be forgotten. And you and I will miss going in to the office and sitting there and listening to some of those stories.
Yeah, sitting there with Moose, Bob Grimm, then having the luncheon every couple of weeks.
He gone. Choppy. 2 down.
Moose was the center of attention, as Jerry Reinsdorf would get everybody who wanted to come together. And Moose good-naturedly would take a tremendous ribbing and, of course, give as good as he got. But those were some wonderful times, great memories. And I guess calling bingo was something Moose really enjoyed. Folks enjoyed it when he did that.
I played against Moose. I'll tell you, he was pretty tough on rookies, but in a positive way, not a negative. He would say something that would absolutely get your attention. Another little comebacker, but the long 2-run homer by David Ortiz after the leadoff walk, and we trail it 2-1. We want to recognize your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers for their support of local youth baseball leagues. Through the Chevy Youth Baseball Program, the local Chevrolet dealers support over 30,000 young ball players in their communities by providing leagues with equipment kits, instructional clinics, and financial support. From the big leagues to the youth leagues, Chevy is truly the official vehicle of baseball. Viciedo leading off for us here in the bottom of the second. Takes first pitch strike from Daniel Bard. Banks 2 for 4 last night with a homer. Can't get that one. Even if you do, you're not going to do anything with it. Here's that home run last night.
LeBron didn't make too many mistakes. That was one of them, however.
Pass off the end of the bat into left center field. So 1 out. And that'll bring up Morel. Brent, 0 for 4 last evening.
This Boston organization pretty well split as far as what they wanted Bard to do. The bullpen started to crumble, especially from a closer standpoint with Bailey out. A lot of people thought Bard would move back.
There's a bunt, and it's a good one. No, it goes foul. Wow, I thought that was going to hang fair, but it didn't. Well, in this case, with the bullpen the shape it's in right now, it's a heck of a lot easier to find a fourth or a fifth starter than it is a closer.
I believe so. Especially when they had two closers. Andrew Bailey lost to thumb surgery. Then they thought Mark Melanson would be the guy, but he kept on giving up home runs, so they sent him down.
Oh, and 2 the count.
Now they're closing with Acevedos. He does have 4 saves, but he also has a 14.40 ERA.
Attaboy, Grant. Got a mistake by Bart on 0-2 and takes advantage of it. Well, a large part of that ERA from Acevedos came in at 15-9 Yankee victory.
Gave up a 7 spot in 1 inning. Bart tries to go up and in. You saw where Shopik wanted it, but this ball was not up and in. And an inside-out swing from Morel. Puts a base runner on with just an out.
First and third in Gordon. Beckham 0 for 3 last evening. Outfield spread out, bit of a gap out there in left center. Decent lead by Morel. Close pitch, didn't get it.
It's a pretty good slider. And I think Kelly Shopik is talking with Alfonso Marquez. See where it appears on our Xfinity pitch tracks. Gordon got a break.
And the 2-0 count. Three and nothing, don't help him out. There's one. Well, we're having a surge in the temperature. Must be the global warming aspect.
Or a malfunction in the scoreboard.
Up to 44 from 39.
I know, it is a heat wave.
Right here, Gordon. Gordon's been having problems keeping his hands back. When you do that, it's tough. There you go. High throw, he's safe. So Morel picks up his second stolen base.
And a nice job of backing up by Aviles, who inadvertently got hit by the carom off the glove of Pedroia, but kept the ball out of center field.
Now what are they saying? Saying batter interference on the throw.
Well, they would have called him out if that were the case. I was getting ready
to say, if that's the case, then he is out. Well, it was. No question about that.
Yeah, I think they got to call him out on this if they're calling interference. But he went back to first.
So no stolen base. But a 3-2 count. There he goes again. There's the strike him out, and he's safe again.
First throw to second base was way high. This one way low. And as Aviles has to come up with the throw, Morel slides in under the, well, what would have been a tag had he been able to corral the baseball.
So here is Alejandro. He started off last inning with a double and came around to score. Fouls that one away. And if you've seen the White Sox Dynamic Ticket Deal of the Week, we'll enjoy a variety of price options for specific games and seating locations. Now, the best tickets in the best locations directly from the White Sox. So buy early and save with the White Sox dynamically priced tickets. Visit whitesox.com/pricing. That's a wide plate. He gave him a strike on right there.
Yeah, that ball might have been up and out of the zone. I know Alejandro was not particularly happy with it.
Meanwhile, he's in the hole, 0-2. Fouls that one back. He gave him a cookie. 0-2.
He's got two different kinds of sliders. One is 86, 87. That's the hard slider. And that one looked somewhere between a curveball and a slider, and it was timed at 76.
It looked like a slurve.
I think he was fortunate to get away with that.
Yep. One and two the count. Alexei on deck. Bottom of the seventh in Texas, Tampa Bay leading. Wranglers 4-1. Oh, wow. Alejandro just talking to him. Meanwhile, we're into the third. Marlon Byrd hits the first pitch into right field. We're in the top of the third inning. 2-1 Boston. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And on that ruling on the batter interference, if they deem it to be intentional, then the runner is out indeed. But if they deem it to be unintentional, then he goes back to first, as he did. And that's what they ruled. Aviles, he popped up to Beckham. Yankees have just taken a 4-3 lead. There's a solid base hit. Aviles just absolutely wears us out.
He does most of it exactly as he did that time. Right and right center field. That one shooting by Beckham.
Okay, let me see. Some guys has got your number. Pedroia takes it low and away. That's foul back right side. Aviles in his career is a .304 lifetime hitter against us with 2 homers and 15 RBIs. And a lot of those 15 RBIs have either tied or won a game for Kansas City. When he was in that uniform.
He's got a golden opportunity coming here to Boston, getting to play everyday shortstop and doing a very solid job of it.
Yeah, watching him in the stolen base last night. He's 3 for 4.
Pedroia with the distinction of winning both the Rookie of the Year when he broke into the big leagues, and then in '08, Most Valuable Player.
Full count. With 1 out.
Normally, Pedroia makes contact. Last year, the exception. He fanned 85 times. Previous to that, the most strikeouts in any given season had been his MVP year, where he fanned 52 times.
Payoff. There he goes. And that ball is hooked over our dugout. Two runs, 2 hits, no errors for them. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for us. 2-run homer by David Ortiz. Another walk. So men on first and second. And here comes Gonzalez.
Don Cooper probably doesn't like the pitches piling up this early, or the fact that you're heading right into the heart of the order. Well, last night, Philip Humber had a very tough night. Sox only went 2 deep in the bullpen, with Ullman and Stewart going 2 innings apiece.
Gonzalez bounced out to Beckham his first trip. A very late line shot right at Piazza. That's a hang woofum for Adrian.
Gonzalez hit that one about as hard as you could possibly hit it. Fortunately, Piazza was positioned perfectly.
So here's Euclid. He started off last inning with that walk and scored on that bullet home run by Ortiz. Next first pitch strike.
Well, I love to see what Aviles has done out at second base, and that is turn around on every pitch and check the outfield and where they're positioned. He doesn't want to have to guess on a base hit where they are. Taking a look again. You can see Diaz is straight away in center field.
He gone. And that'll retire the side. So he pitches out of it. We'll go to the bottom of the third, trailing by 1. Weather Day presented by WGN on May 15th at USA LaField. Prior to the game versus the Detroit Tigers, WGN meteorologist Tom Skilling will host a special program focused on weather. So go to whitesox.com/WGN for more details. Two 2-1 Boston lead here in game 2 of this 4-game set. Ramirez, Dunn, and Canerco to face Daniel Bard.
It would appear early in this one that Bard does not mind going up and in. It's not a bad thing for a hard throwing pitcher.
There's only a couple of ways that you can widen that plate. You being a pitcher, you know, is the first one is get guys looking inside. All of a sudden it goes from 17 to about 20, 21. And the second way the plate can be widened is every time you throw a baseball and it's hit, it's caught. And that way you can freewheel.
Yeah, that would be very nice. The good defensive teams for guys who only strike out 4 or 5 or 6 guys a game are essential. Planning to strike out 10 or 12, it's not quite as essential. But there's not a whole lot of those guys around.
Chopper, Euclid, long peg, low throw. So Alexei will get back.
We'll see if Bob Rosenberg is going to. Nope, he's not going to credit him with a base hit. He's going to charge Euclid, E5, his second error in as many nights. He does give up some ground, but a good throw gets him.
Well, he shouldn't have had that error last night. That should have been a base hit for Rios. That ball was killed and came up on him, hit him in the shoulder. And they gave Rosenberg, they gave Euclid an error.
And this time, probably deserves that one. Just his second error of the year.
Yep. So here is Adam. He walked. Back in the first inning. Got that one by him at 90.
Main thing that Bart is trying to do with Adam, not necessarily throw the ball 96, 97, but he's trying to keep everything letter high. That straight change missed way wide. Good movement on it.
Well, not so much in this particular case, but there are a lot of times that a pitcher has got to go away from his strength. If you're a single ball pitcher and you're facing a strong left-handed hitter, you're going right to his wheelhouse.
No, and yeah, I think you're right. My philosophy was very simple. I'd go with my strength until that guy showed me that he was better than my strength. Then I would go to his weakness, but I'd go to his weakness second.
No question about it. There are a lot of guys who won't do that. They won't change.
Well, that's a mistake.
Well, those hitters will let him know it's a mistake.
Yes, sir.
3-1 to count.
Trying to keep everything up, and he's been missing up and out of the zone.
There he goes. And that is way into the seats.
Surprising call by Robin, but it almost worked out very well. Done his fan 30 times, far and away leading the ball club in that department. He elected to run. Adam hit the ball hard, just foul.
So far, Robin has been very unpredictable.
Which is a good
thing.
thing.
Exactly. It's a terrific thing.
It's a good
in one
thing.
regard. In the other regard, he's been very consistent because he's been unpredictable. He's been consistently unpredictable, and that is good. I don't know where he got that from. He couldn't run a lick.
Nobody talked. You know, I asked him about an overall philosophy. What is his philosophy going into each and every game? And he said, I don't have a philosophy. I let the game dictate how I'm going to manage that given night. He says, you know, I could tell you that I'd like to run every chance I get, but realistically, there's sometimes you just can't run.
And he is so right. Payoff pitch. He does not go.
Take a look at where the 6 appears. I think Shopik showed you what he thought of it because he eased that glove back in over the corner. And Diaza rung up on a very similar pitch.
Tigers now leading the Yankees 6-4. So here's Paulie, struck out on a nasty, filthy slider.
That pitch that got Paulie was the single best pitch that Bard has thrown tonight.
Rookies or guys in slumps will have nightmares over that pitch. Veterans like Paulie will tip their cap. Even though they don't like it, they'll tip their cap as that ball hit high into short left center field. McDonald, I should say, cannot make the play. But everybody's safe.
I think the wind just took that ball and batted it down. Goes as a base hit. Looked like Bird got a late jump. He broke back. That ball should have been Marlon Bird's. McDonald trying to come out of nowhere. But Bird had taken 2 steps. Alexi does a nice job here, realizing he can get back if McDonald makes a circus catch out of it. So a chance at the very least to tie up the ball game and maybe more.
With 1 out, 2 on, AJ, who doubled back in the first inning, knocking Diaza, who had doubled.
AJ got a high changeup, and this one he hit off the wall, driving in his 17th team leading run of the year.
Big hack. Hadn't seen a bunch of those from him this year. That's one reason he's hitting 350, 4 homers and 17 RBIs. He's been short and quick.
He's also been using foul line to foul line, which has really paid some great dividend.
Off right-handers. Last year and the year before, every right-hander out there, if he hit it hard, it was hook foul. Jacks it up now. A 2-1 count. Fireworks night. A nice crowd on hand tonight for this weather. And fireworks tomorrow night as well. So make your plans to be with us. Good pitching matchup. Jake Peavy against John Lester. Jake Peavy, who has only had actually 2 bad innings all year long. He has been awesome. They're going to go to second base. They're going to get Paulie. So runners at the corners, 2 out, and that'll bring up Alex.
That's one of the things that Gonzalez does very well. He's got a strong and very accurate arm. He realized that while he doesn't run well, there's a lot of guys that would just run to the bag here. But he knows he's got a good shot. Throws out Paulie by a wide margin.
Especially if they were right-handed. That's one reason, if possible, in the perfect world, you want a left-handed first baseman.
That and that tag at first on the base runner.
Yeah, but the right-handed first baseman can do one thing that left-handers don't do. They can use their right knee.
He can. Well, you know, you're not supposed to block base runners off the base.
Well, it's according to who the umpire is. You got to know who's umpiring.
Yeah. Or sometimes you can kind of come down on that arm.
Ball gets away. We got ourselves a tie ball game as Alexei will score.
That's got to go as a pass ball. Chapik not only saw the ball pop out of the glove, but he couldn't locate it. And I'm not too sure why it's ruled a wild pitch, but we'll take another look at it. Hit him in the middle of the glove. How do you give a wild
like
pitch on that?
In the thumb and in the middle. Watch.
Wild pitch. Come on, Bob.
Pick him up. Pick him up, Alex. Knocked down. He's got time now. Bobbles and he doesn't have time. Everybody's safe.
He has to reach back on a bitterly cold night with the throwing hand, and Alex doesn't get a base hit.
No, that's a base hit. I'm going to leave that as a base hit.
They're going to take a look at that throwing hand now, and when he goes down to get it, he might have lost feeling in that hand, and now they're going to come out and take a look at it. Well, you love what's going on. Well, they're going to change it to a pass ball. That is the correct call, and hopefully they change this to a base hit.
Well, that's definitely a base hit. That's even more clear cut than the other.
And Rosie is indeed facing the field.
So here's Viciedo. Tank went out to left field. There's that breaking ball. And the count 0-1.
Marlon Byrd playing him around toward right center.
Alex, decent lead. If they don't change that one to a base hit, that's going to be 2 nights in a row that Rios got hosed.
I understand they want to call more errors on pitchers this year and balls hit back to them.
But not that one.
But not to the throwing hand when you have to reach behind you on a night this cold and making it that hard to control the baseball.
That one, to me, I don't care if it's 90 degrees, it's still a base hit. When it's throwing the hand over there, you got to reach back for it. Little pop up into short center field. Everybody converging. Who's going to get there? And it's Aviles. Well, I tell you, he plays like an all-star against us. Meanwhile, we get a run. We'll go to the 4th, tied at 2. First pitch to Ortiz, hit deep in the left field. Tank. And one pitch, one out here in the top of the fourth in a 2-2 tie. So that'll bring up Cody Ross.
Ross is on his 6th major league team. Originally started in the Detroit organization. And he has moved around. But he's had a couple of big home run years. 22 and 24 of them, so he's got some pop.
Chops that one foul. If you're just tuning in, it is cold here at the ballpark. Alexei. 2 down. And a reminder, join the White Sox mobile group today by texting ULTIMATE to 244769. Mobile users get exclusive offers, deals, and contest info, and joining enters you in the drawing for our Ultimate Fan Package. A lucky winner will receive 2 VIP game tickets, an autographed item, and Comiskey cash. That's, remember, text ULTIMATE to 244769. Kelly Shopping struck out. Check swing, takes strike 1. Last year at Tampa Bay, 11 homers and 22 RBIs. As he takes strike 2. So 2 out, 1 and 2 to count. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for them. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for us.
Chopik and Saltalamacchia are the catching core.
He gone. And that's one of the longest bat throws that I have seen in at least a couple of months.
very happy about it. Kelly Chape gets no contact, but really fires the bat. Brian just looks in. Surprised at the distance on this one.
That's about as long as I've seen, really. I mean,
you're talking about 120 feet.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I saw Big Frank Howard turn one loose in Minnesota one night, but I don't think it went any further than that one. 2-2 tie here in the bottom of the fourth. And in that same game, remember Rich Rollins?
I do.
Third baseman.
Kent State University.
Really?
Yes, sir.
This was a good player, good solid player.
Had to be very smart.
And as I said, he was a good solid player. Big Frank, he was playing back on the grass at third base, and Big Frank had a line drive and took his glove off his hand about 30 feet into left field. It's almost like that line drive of Jamal Weeks. That almost took his glove off his hand. Got stuck in the webbing. Full count to Brand, who is 1 for 1. Payoff pitch. That's into right field. He backed up, now comes on and makes a catch, does Cody Ross.
In last inning, you can take the error away from Daniel Bard and credit Alex Rios with a base hit.
And some good research done by Bob Rosen.
Yeah.
That is the correct call. So here is Beckham. Pops that one up. 2 down. And remember, come watch our White Sox play their Red Sox tomorrow at 6:10 p.m. and enjoy a post-game fireworks display presented by Invesco. Explore intentional investing with Invesco. That's tomorrow. 6:10 start. Fireworks presented by Invesco. Piazza has double scored and called out on a bad pitch. Texas strike. There's a chopper. Pedroia's got him. That didn't take long. 1-2-3. That's his first 1-2-3 inning. We're still tied at 2.
The fifth inning is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, member FDIC.
First pitch strike to Darnell McDonald. He's 0 for 1, bounce back to Danks. Pop up right side. Alex is there. One down. And you may not have heard, Delvin Young of the Tigers was arrested last night in New York. He is not in the lineup tonight. And Don Kelly is in his place in left field, and he just made an error that allowed the Yankees to score 1, and they now trail the Tigers 6-5.
Never a good thing.
No. It's bad enough here, but as that's popped up to right field. And very quickly, 2 down. They don't do it down in Venezuela. I speak from experience.
No.
Machiavellius is 1 for 2. Slowly hit. That didn't take long. Nice going, Johnny D. 1, 2, 3. Halfway home, tied at 2.
By Fifth Third Bank, member FDIC.
2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for them. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for us. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be Alexei, Adam, and Paulie. Alexei 0 for 2. He's reached on an error and scored. There are 2 runs coming in the second. Leadoff walk to Euclid, and then a bullet bomb out of here off the bat of David Ortiz. Oh, 0-2 the count. Hitting 0-2 is not fun against anybody, but there are some that are tougher than others when they get you 0-2. 1 out.
Bard throws a perfect slider. You can certainly afford to go out of the strike zone. That one at 88 with late break.
Adam has walked and struck out. Takes ball 1. Two and 0. Bottom of the 8th in Philly at Citizens Bank Ballpark. Cubs leading 3-1. Kansas City leading Minnesota 5-4. Bottom of the 5th. Target field. That's into left field. Crowd number 2. Here comes Pauly. Pauly has struck out and then had a little bloop single. Fell in front of converging left fielder, center fielder, and shortstop. But Steve mentioned at the time it was Marlon Byrd's play.
To break back, it's really tough to recover.
You know, you were talking about the positioning of Marlon Byrd on Konerko earlier. Up until 2 strikes, most of the guys should play him to pull. But once they get 2 strikes, the way Pauly's been hitting, then they'll move over into right center field. Right now, he's playing him to pull just a bit. And when you got to play a guy like that, you know he's a good hitter.
Well, you know he's a smart hitter,
That's
and you know that he's going to take what most pitchers give him, and that's try to get him out of the strike zone.
The great Detroit Hall of Famer Al Kaline was like that. First couple of strikes, you'd play him to pull. And when he got 2 strikes, he'd shift maybe out sometimes as much as 30 feet to the right, if you were, or to the left, rather, if you're in center field. Three and 0. Turn him loose. He did. High, deep, stretch. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. We got ourselves a 3-0 offense at last.
401 puts the ball club on top. 5 and 15 on the power numbers. A towering home run to left field. Our 4th drive of the game. Bard throws this fastball right down the middle, thinking perhaps that Pauly was taking. He was. He was taking home runs.
AJ ground to right side, so the 3-0. Green light turns out, and we take the lead 3-2. Mercer. Good guys on top 3-2. First pitch strike. Bedoya has gone out to center and walked.
It's going to be a tough inning for Johnny Danks, who sailed through the last two, 6 up, 6 down, and has retired 8 in a row.
Fouls that one down. And that's low. That's into left field, hit hard, but we got a man there.
Gonzalez has been up twice and hit the ball hard twice.
To second and a rocket to center. 3-6-0 for us. 2-2-1 for them. Unfortunately, if you're just joining us, one of those 2 hits left the premises with a man on base. Take another look at that home run by Paulie Konerko, number 401, put us on top. Stevie?
Well, the fastball's down the middle. It's 92. And the only thing you can think about is the fact that this ball club has never had the 3-0 offense before, almost exclusively taking 3-0 pitches. So perhaps it was not in the scouting report, and he took for granted that Paulie was taking it.
Yeah, if you're going to throw Paulie a strike with a fastball on 3-0 count, it's got to be your good one. In the case of Bart, it's going to be 95-96.
Well, if that pitch is away, because you have the 3-0 green light, doesn't mean you're going to swing. It means if you like the pitch in the zone you like, then you swing.
He did not go.
Because you can have the green light and see that fastball in the outside corner, you just take it, because that's not a pitch you're going to do much damage with.
Well, hitting 3-0, getting that green light sign does not mean 3-0 swing. As there is ball 4. Third walk issued by Danks. But unfortunately, you and I have not had the opportunity, and I haven't in Paulie's career, to see him hit 3-0 that often. But I would bet you, knowing Paulie, that he would be one of the best 3-0 hitters that we've ever seen, given the opportunity. Now he's got the opportunity with Robin. Ball gets away, so that walk's going to wind up at second.
Bob Rosenberg calls it a wild pitch. This ball in the dirt. Skips by AJ, and the tying run winds up at second base.
Youkilis walked and scored and struck out. Takes ball 2. Ortiz on deck. Three and 0. So back-to-back walks with a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 6th, and he's in a jam.
Let's take a look at the home run by David Ortiz, coming in the second inning with nobody out and one on. This was a blast. The 4th for Ortiz. At the time, but the Red Sox up 2-1. See what's possible with AT&T Uverse TV and AT&T high-speed internet. Rethink possible. And here comes Don Cooper, trying to get John concentrating, thinking about throwing a double play ground ball.
Two on, one out. Here's the first pitch. Checks it up. As a rule, when AJ double clutches like that, it was a strike. And this walk now going to wind up at third base with the bases loaded.
David Ortiz is swinging the bat just about as well as you can swing it right now. He's become, if not the most dangerous man in baseball, one of them.
Oh, the dreaded base on balls. They have really hurt Danks this year so far.
And John, with the bases loaded, ready to deliver pitch number 81.
Blocked by AJ. Cody Ross has bounced back to Danks and grounded to short.
We'd love to see him get one of those changeups away, roll over it. Because Ross doesn't have great speed.
Well, I just don't want him to go 2-0 on him. And the count 2-0. Cody Ross a much more dangerous hitter, 2-0 with the bases loaded, than he is 1-1. He was all over it, thank goodness, just underneath it.
He got one well up in the zone and fouled it straight back.
Made a good pitch right there to even the count at 2.
This one a good pitcher's pitch as Nate Jones starts throwing in the bullpen for our Sox.
So the first walk is going to score. Tie ball game, and Sox still packed.
RBI number 16 for Ross. This ball was actually down and out of the strike zone. But run producers, and Ross usually is that, want to take pitches out of the zone if they're close and drive home runs.
Here's Shopping, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Oh, I won the count. And there it goes again. Not as far as the other one.
No, but a good solid distance. Get a little pine tar, son. Fortunately, these are not going in the seats.
Oh, and 2 to count. He gone. He got the hat trick. Johnny with 4 strikeouts, 3 of them Kelly Shop.
Big straight change down and out of the zone. And to Shopik tonight, he's throwing the invisible ball.
So here's McDonald. Those walks just eating Johnny Dank's lunch. Here's a throw to the plate. No. Yeah. No, he did not control.
Now they had a chance, and Gordon does not make a good throw. It's kind of a worm burner. Because when Gordon had the ball, he had plenty of time. Just didn't make a good throw. McDonald takes this one into the corner. Viciedo overthrows Ramirez. Gordon with a 3 or 4 hopper past AJ, and it unloads the bags. It's 6-3 Red Sox.
Johnny has walked 4, and 3 of them have scored. The biggest thing about that too is it just puts so much importance, much more important on the count. 1-0 pitch to Bird. So McDonald, who only had 2 RBIs all year, clears the bases. This cannot walk guys against a good ball club.
Not with the second leading offense in the American League.
They'll eat your lunch. That's that simple. And there's a base hit. Now he's going to score. So it's a 7-3 Boston lead, scoring 5 times here in the top of the 6th inning. All set up with the leadoff man going out to left field, then the walk to Gonzalez, a walk to Youkilis, single by Ortiz, single by Ross, and the bases clearing double by McDonald, and the single RBI by Bird. Thanks to Parts, and we'll be back.
trailing by 4 runs. Inherits Marlon Byrd at first base. And he's on for the 6th time. Does not have an ERA. Only 3 hits in 8 innings. Man 5, walk 4. And he moves to the top with Mike Aviles.
And White Sox families come to U.S. Cellular Field on Sunday, May 13th to celebrate Mother's Day. Now, the first 10,000 ladies aged 14 and older will receive this beautiful White Sox tote bag, and it is nice. Purchase your tickets today by visiting whitesox.com or calling 866-SOX-GAME for that beautiful tote bag. Bird at first. Partial Lionel Danks, 5 2/3, 7 runs earned. 6 hits, 4 walks, 3 of them scored. One and one to count to Aviles. Count 1 and 2. I believe since Johnny's been with us, I believe this is the wildest I've ever seen.
Well, he had 2 different problems. One obviously was throwing ball 4, and the other was not hitting his spots in the strike zone, which can be just as devastating.
Well, when you're getting ready to walk somebody, you're 2-0-3-1, 3-2. You're going to make some bad pitches. Two out in the 2-2 pitch. He gone, but a lot of damage is done. Dreaded base on balls. Our White Sox tonight is A.J. Pierzynski, who leads our club with 17 RBIs. And this catcher profile is sponsored by Xfinity Home. Xfinity Home offers state-of-the-art features that help you stay connected to your home and family anytime and anywhere. All right, boys, we got a lot of work to do. Got 12 outs to get it done in. First pitch strike to Alex, who is 1 for 2 tonight.
Mark bidding to win a start. for the first time this year. His one win coming in a relief role.
Ate him up with a fastball. So 1 out.
I talked to Daniel, like most pitchers who are in that bullpen and are not closers, and he never has been because Jonathan Papelbon has been there. He wanted to start. He felt he could start, and he's getting his opportunity this year. Stuff has never been a problem. It's always been very good.
Well, 1 to count to Tank, who is 0 for 2. That's back through the middle. Nice pick right there by Pedroia. The throw and a beautiful play by Dustin Pedroia to rob Viciedo of a base hit. Mercy.
Well, I think when that one flew by Bard, he had a pretty good idea it was going to be a base hit. But Dustin Pedroia had other ideas. This ball is hit awfully hard. Pedroia makes just a spectacular play. Good one-hop throw. You're getting some sort of an idea about how you win the Rookie of the Year and an MVP.
Quickly 2 out, and here's Brent. First ball, Hunting pops it up. So this didn't take long. 1, 2, 3, and we'll go to the 7th. Last inning, and we trail it 7-3. So it'll be Pedroia, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. He is the only walk tonight. Johnny Hicks issued 4. Pedroia's the only one that didn't score. Outfield straight up.
Appeal to DJ Rayburn. He says no.
Two and 0 the count. Once again, a reminder: make your plans to be here tomorrow night. Jake Peavy, who's just been awesome, against John Lester. And if you can't, that game will be over Comcast Sportsnet. There's a strike. As a matter of fact, the next two will be over Comcast Sportsnet. On Sunday, Kevin Floyd against Josh Beckett. And fireworks tomorrow night. Three and one. It's full. Chops that one foul. Coming at 96.
There's another guy can turn a fastball around in a hurry. So he got that one actually in off the plate, but in protection mode. Fouled it hard down the line.
That one at 96, ripped back through the middle. One of the best fastball hitters in the game, and maybe the best high fastball hitter. And one of the smallest guys.
And perennially a very slow starter. This year being an exception. He said that's because of the warm weather in Boston.
So here's Gonzalez. He's 0 for 2, but last inning with one out, he drew that walk. It started off that inning. He walked. Euclid walked. And there was a succession of hits. Ortiz, Ross, and a 2-out bases clearing double by McDonald, and an RBI single by Bird. Change up.
And a good one. We don't see many of those from Nate. As he doesn't face too many hitters, it's usually fastball, hard slider. That changeup had Gonzalez well out in front.
And that went upstairs at 96. Outfield around to the left, gap out there in right center. Gonzalez, 29-year-old, outstanding player. Another changeup. He gave that one away.
Unfortunately, that ball was out away so that Gonzalez couldn't get the good part of the bat on. Started his career with Texas, where he went up and down for a couple of years. Really found his footing in San Diego.
There's a rocket. So the first two men aboard. And here's Euclid, 0 for 1 with a couple of walks, and both times he has walked, he has scored.
This ball is crushed as the hat goes flying off the head of Nate Jones.
Better his hat than his head.
He's lucky that one wasn't a little bit lower.
First pitch strike. AJ wants to have a little chit chat.
Yeah, he wants to make sure that they're on the right track.
Right now would be a bad time to get crossed up.
Especially at 96, 97.
I've only known a couple of catchers and all the ones I've seen. They just caught off the fastball. That is rifled into the seats. So the count 1-2.
Remember, we had catcher when I pitched with the Cubs. I was having trouble seeing the signs in San Diego. First he painted his fingernails, couldn't see him. Then he put tape on the first index finger, couldn't see it.
He gone. 1 out.
High fastball by him. Anyway, Hosley then taped the top of his finger, still couldn't see him. Finally he came out in the fourth. He said, "You throw it and I'll catch it." And that was the way it went for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I've seen two guys like that.
Tough to do.
Well, they didn't do it with every pitcher. They just did it with certain guys.
Yeah, at that point, I couldn't throw all that hard, so you probably could have caught me without a glove, but he didn't get crossed up after that.
Here's Ortiz. He's 2 for 3, a 2-run homer, a single, and a couple of runs scored. No, when Tony Pena was catching certain guys, he'd just say, "Come on."
Yeah, that I remember.
Come on.
There's a guy that caught with a phenomenal sense of joy each and every game he ever played.
Yeah.
Very few enjoyed the game like Tony enjoyed it.
Cleveland had a catcher named Joe Askew.
Remember him?
And Joe would do the same thing with certain pitchers. Come on. Just put his hand and wave to him. Come on.
That was a nice stop by AJ because that ball bounced well in front of the plate. He's going out there once again. You have a word with Nate.
Yankees have just tied up the Tigers at 6, still hitting bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out, man at second, Nick Swisher at the plate.
Verlander will not win that one.
That was off Benoit. Got that one by him.
Dylan Axelrod throwing in the pen. He was recalled today as Jesse Crane with an oblique problem was put on the disabled list. Axelrod was having a pretty good run at it in AAA.
That ball hit hard, deep, but it's going to stay in the park as he catches it right in front of Carlton Fisk. And Frank Thomas. 2 down.
Looked like the big man might have gotten this one, but instead stayed in the park easily. So Jones on the verge of pitching his way out of a very tough inning with the toughest part of the batting order, but got to wend his way by Cody Ross.
Well, I think David thought that one was out of here.
He got a good piece of that.
Yes, he did. He got most of it. Ross, 1 for 3, that RBI single and a run scored last inning. 7-8-1 for them, 3-6-0 for us. We scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and took the lead 3-2 on that home run by Konerko in the fifth on a 3-0 pitch. is a bullet into left field, so they're going to wave Pedroia around. And it's an 8-3 ball game.
RBI number 17 is that fastball right down the heart of the plate. These Boston hitters too good to make careless pitches with the fastball.
There's Shopping. Oh for 3, 3 strikeouts. 3 of the 4 that Danks had.
That's the first run that Nate has given up this year.
They're going to wave him around. Good throw. And it's 9-3.
Fourth run batted in for Shopping. Last time up, McDonald with the bases loaded. Took this one into the corner and keyed a 5-run 6th inning.
Two and 0.
And when you're looking for production tonight on the 9-run 10-hit attack, the bottom 5 hitters in the lineup all have driven in at least 1 run.
Three and 0 the count. The Red Sox, one of the better fastball hitting teams and one of the better mistake hitting teams in the league. Good grip hitters. And that'll load them up. So after pitching so well through the first 18 games as Robin out, gave up 10 runs last night, giving up 9 so far tonight. Through 6 2/3.
Robin is already called to the bullpen. Dylan Axelrod will come in the game, and we'll be back after these messages. 1-0 in 3 starts, ERA 289. This year did not break with the club. He went to the Charlotte Knights, where he was 2-1 with a 1.08 ERA. And he inherits the bases loaded.
With 2 out. That one's not going to overpower you. A little this, little that. A lot of strikes. Changing of speeds.
Got his first major league win last year on September 26th. Through 6 scoreless against Toronto.
So here's Bird. That's into left field. That's a can of corn. One pitch. He retires the side. 7th inning stretch. Not good. Bottom half of the 7th inning, and they lead it by 6, 9-3 Boston. They won last night 10-3. One thing about this club in Texas, good hitting teams. This is when you need your starting pitchers to get it done for 6 or 7.
Unfortunately, control betrayed John Danks tonight. Went 5 2/3 and gave up 7 runs on 6 hits with 4 key walks.
So here's Beckham. Jordan's 0 for 2. Takes first pitch strike. Jake Peavy against John Lester tomorrow night. Also fireworks. So make your plans to be with us. It's a 6-10 start. And the 0-2. Sort of a rolling breaking pitch. Top of the 9th in the Bronx, 6-6 tie. Yankees and the Tigers. One out.
Matt Albert getting ready in the pen.
And here's Diaz. 1 for 3, a double to start off the bottom of the first and get us on the board. And he scored. One pitch.
Bart at the 91 pitch mark.
One more. Alejandro.
You use 3 in this league. But nice try.
Now the back, so a full count. Ball for a base hit. Ball hit hard in the center field. Bird fired back right in front of Picardi at the park. That ball was absolutely killed.
Looks like if you're going to get it out of here tonight, you better hit it either down the line or close to it. There's been a couple of balls crushed to center field. They just went out there and just seemed to die.
So here's Alexei, and a reminder: organize a group outing of 20 or more guests during the season. Purchase a block of tickets or enhance your outing by upgrading to a pregame patio party, diamond suite, or one of our 4 great other party areas. As there is an out, and that'll retire the side. We will go to the 8th, trailing by half a dozen. inning. 9-10-1 for the bad guys. 3-6-0 for our guys. First pitch strike to Mike Aviles. Dylan Axelrod. Aviles 1 for 4. Count evens at 1. Just turning in, we scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth. They scored 2 in the second, 5 in the sixth, and 2 in the seventh.
And unlike last night, Aviles has not had a hand in any of the scoring.
2 home runs in a ball game. A 2-run shot by Ortiz in the second, and Paulie's in the fifth. That put us on top 3-2. And of course, with that home run by Canerco, the Alex Nellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox home hit throughout the course of the season. Nice play, Brent. Hang with him, Aviles.
He's hitting .324. He's got enough hits. Nice play by Brent to his left.
Oh, skull.
They've hit the ball hard all night, this Red Sox bunch.
But that home run by Canerco, number 22, so $2,200 donated by Alex Nellius in loving memory of Ursula. And if you did not hear, if you're just getting home, White Sox favorite Bill Muscauer passed away this morning at the age of 81. So sincere wishes and condolences go out to the family. His wife Cookie, Laura Lynette, grandchildren. That ball hit hard. So Pedroia now 2 for 4. And that'll bring up Adrian Gonzalez. 1 for 3 with a big walk back in the 6th inning. That started off that 5-run 6 with 1 out. Boy, he sees that ball close to 60 feet.
And can really unload on it. Last year, his first year with the Red Sox, .338.
Backdoor, good pitch. 1-1. You can read certain hitters. Guys like Gonzalez, just how they take a pitch. George Brett the same way, and of course, one of the great Yankees, Thurman Munson. You knew first time he came up to bat in the first game of a series how he was swinging the bat. He just stood there and looked at the first pitch all the way back. You knew you were in trouble.
Well, one year, if you take a look at his numbers, he went to bat 630 some times, struck out 38 times all year long.
Well, there's another walk to Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, over the last 5 years, 4 times drove in over 100 runs. And the other time, 99 of them. And probably will be up over 100 again this year.
And really, for the most part, out in San Diego, in the games that I remember seeing him play and watch, he didn't have a whole bunch of protection.
He had no protection. He was the protection.
He protected himself.
He was something. Because
I mean, you know, for them to have pitched to him, I remember watching one game. I think it was against the. Anyway, I'm saying to myself, they got to go around him. They didn't. Poof, 2-run homer. They win the game.
That is a tough ballpark for left-hand hitters. But the reason why he's so tough at Fenway Park is the reason he was successful in San Diego is his ability to drive the ball to left center field.
1 out, 2 on, and Euclid with the 1-1 count. It's 1-2. Kevin had the big hit last night. Grand slam homer. That broke our back. That was coming in the 3rd inning.
Does it really matter where you hold your hands or how you hold your hands like Euclid does it?
Stevie, Cooperstown is filled with guys who had funny looking stances. So he checks that one off.
He's got one of the strangest ones, especially with that top hand.
Ty Cobb, of course, had the split grip. I mean, there's, you know, pitchers, Cooperstown is filled with pitchers who were 50, 60 pounds overweight. All they did was just get you out.
That's true.
That's the great thing about baseball, as you see one of the more unusual. He gone. 2 down. But there are, in my experience of watching this game, and also my experience in golf, playing it for so many years, there's 8,000 different ways to hit a baseball. There's 8,000 different ways to hit a golf ball solid. It's all in how you can do it repetitively.
What I love about this game is the fact that you can have an MVP built like Dustin Pedroia.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't. All sizes and shapes in this game.
Nick Punto.
Punto. Another Sox killer. One of the little piranhas. Two on, 2 out. That's into left field. And that'll retire the side, so they have a mild threat. Can't score off Axelrod. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. We need 6 to tie.
Over. 3-point ERA. Work exclusively out of the bullpen. And he inherits from Daniel Bard, who threw a pretty solid game, limiting the Sox to 3 runs on 6 hits. And he leaves with a substantial lead, bidding for win number 2, but his first as a starting pitcher.
And now they're going to put a modified shift on for Adam, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Kicks outside. Yankees have men on first and third, 1 out, bottom of the ninth in that 6-6 tie. Alex Rodriguez at the plate. It's Villarreal.
Indians have already come back from a 2-0 deficit. They beat the struggling Angels 3-2. That Angel team spent a lot of money to start out 6-14.
Well, somebody will pay as far as Pujols go.
Hasn't hit one out of the park yet.
No, somebody will pay though. 3-0 with the count. And there's one. Tampa Bay leading Texas 8-4. Rangers 15-4. And that ball deep into center field. Oh, back. Right up against Epicardi at the park. So that is out number 1, and the Yankees have just beaten the Tigers. A wild pitch. So here's Pauly. Pauly is 2 for 3. A single in the third. And in a 2-2 tie with 2 out in the fifth. 3-0 the count.
Number 401 in his pursuit of Duke Snider. He wound up with 407.
And that is out number 2. That may have been a pass ball in that Tiger game. Meanwhile, it's over. So here's AJ. He's 1 for 3, an RBI double in the first inning. Now with 17 RBIs to lead our club. First pitch strike. Tigers are now 10-10. And if we lose this ball game, we will be 10-10.
And the Tribe will have sole possession of first place at 10-8.
Royals and Twins both at 5 and 14. There's going to be a nice inning for Albers. 1-2-3 and win to the ninth. Bat Day this Sunday at 1:10 as our Sox wind up this series against Boston. First 10,000 children ages 13 and under receive a White Sox bat, and it's a beauty, courtesy of Comcast Sportsnet. Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Brent Lillibridge comes into the game at first base.
Cody Ross, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Takes ball 1.
Good changeup by Axelrod.
Two and 1 to count. Come on, Dylan. No walks. High into center field. 1 out. Dylan, 26 years old, out of Santa Barbara. Has terrific control. I said he's not going to overpower you.
Oh, but he commands all 4 quadrants, and he throws all of his pitches, and they're always around the plate.
First pitch strike to Shopik. 1 for 4. RBI single. One and 2 for our guys in the 9th. Rios, DeCieto, Morel. We got to do a lot of woodwork to get back into this one. Trailing 9-3. Watch out.
That's the 3rd time. And this one makes it in the seats. Hopefully everybody is okay.
That is really lucky. Right there. So here's McDonald. He had the big hit of the ball game, that bases clearing double back in the 6th. Euclid had the big hit last night, that grand slam homer. That coming in the 3rd. 1 and 1 to count. Once again, a reminder though, tomorrow night, the Jake Meister against John Lester. Peavy, who has been brilliant. Had 2 tough innings in his first start down in Texas. Since then, he has not had a tough inning.
And he didn't exactly get a couple of softies the first 2 starts.
No.
Texas and Detroit.
Well, he just dominated Detroit. I mean, he just dominated.
He's changing speeds right now probably as well as he ever has over the course of his career.
And that's in the center field. Deep. Deep.
Can't get it.
And out of here. It is 10-3. Number 1 for McDonald.
He's driven in 4 runs tonight. That was a rocket. That fastball at 89 over the middle of the plate. Alejandro goes back. Thinks maybe it'll stick in the glove, but no such luck.
Bird can't get it. Marlin. One for 4 with an RBI. 2 for 5. For the Red Sox, go back to the top of the order. Mike Villas will come to the plate for the 6th time. He's 1 for 5 in this one. 2 for 9 in the series. That ball hit deep. Stay in here. It will. Right in front of little Nelly. Calls it in. That ball was hurt. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning. We trail 10-3.
Back in the 5th inning. Hit his 5th home run of the year. And at the time put us up 3-2. But things have changed. The anything's possible. Replay is brought to you by the Illinois Lottery, who each day make anything possible. Lars Anderson, who we saw in left field last night, comes in the game to play first. Gonzalez's night is over.
First pitch to watch out. Stay in here, Will. 1 pitch, 1 out. Alex now 1 for 4 on the evening. You can follow the White Sox with the MLB.com @BAT12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit WhiteSox.com for details. Here's Tank. 0 for 3 tonight. Takes first pitch strike. One and one to count. 10 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for them. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for us. Steve, for those who are just tuning in and catching what's going on and what went on, it was a base on balls tonight that did Johnny Danks in.
Well, unfortunately, John just didn't have his pinpoint control, was also wild in the strike zone when he was throwing strikes. But the 4 walks combined with a very potent Red Sox offense, number 2 in the American League. If you're not making good pitches, this is an unforgiving lineup, and John just didn't have it tonight, and the Red Sox offense did.
Well, there's nothing in sports more unforgiving than hitters toward pitchers.
They're not worried about where your control is going to be, or if your arm's a little sore, or if you're tired or have a cold or anything along those lines.
No, they could care less.
They just know if it's in the zone, they're probably going to hit it real hard.
As that's out number 2. That'll bring up Brent. Brent swung the bat well tonight. He's only 1 for 3 though.
Daniel Bard started this one, went 7, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits, walked just 1, while fanning 6. Albers in his 2nd inning of work.
Brent takes strike 1. And when this ball gets to Lars Anderson, this ball game will be over. So for the 2nd game in a row, the Red Sox put up a 10 spot. They won last night 10-3. They win tonight 10-3, and we'll be back.